Okay. Take two. Let's see if this works. Okay, sorry about that. Gonna redo this. Welcome to another live Marigold edition Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Sorry about the error earlier. Hopefully, can get this working now. But we're gonna go through everything again and get everybody up to speed. Okay, so let's take it from the top, shall we? Let's take it from the top. All right. So this episode focus on Dream Star fighting Marigold. A couple of things went down. There was a press conference the other day, or I guess you could say early this morning. But two things. So the card for Mayu Iwatani's 15th anniversary Icon Forever show has been decided. But not only that, another tournament will be starting for a brand new Marigold Championship. And what championship would that be? Well, feast your eyes. That's right. Dream Star Fighting Marigold has created the Marigold 3D Trios Championships. 3D standing for Dream, Diamond, Destiny. Well, all right. So promotion is getting its 5th set of championships. So now, we got 2 singles, a tag, or actually no, 3 singles, a tag, and now a trios. So it's funny. Shout out to a friend of mine, the Chase Danger, who I've had on here before. We were talking a while back, and he had actually mentioned that he felt like they were eventually going to create a set of trios titles, and sure enough, bam, here we are. So they're going to be holding a tournament to crown the inaugural Marigold 3D Trios champions. And they have put together 8 teams for said tournament. And actually, one of the matches will take place at Mayu Iwatani's 15th anniversary show. So the schedule, so they haven't gone too deep with the schedule, but they did confirm that the semifinals of this tournament will be in Osaka on February 15th. And then the finals will be on February 23rd at Korakuen Hall. Okay? So the tournament will begin January 24th in Korakuen Hall at Mayu's show. They're gonna have one of the matches, but semifinals will be February 15th in Osaka, and the finals February 23rd, Korakuen Hall. So that's the rundown, and I'm sure they'll announce on the shows in between that of when they're going to do the other matches to complete up to the semifinals. So, be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. Okay, with that being said, let's actually take a look at the teams booked for this tournament. So 8 total teams. And I have to be honest, after looking over this list, I have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings on some of these teams. But let's get started. First off, you got Darkness Revolution's Nagisa Nozaki, Misa Matsui, and Rhea Seto. Simple enough. They're in the same faction, so, you could take any 3 of the 4 in that faction, and you could put them in this trios tournament. So honestly, That one's understandable. So, Nagisa, Misa, and Rhea. Darkness Revolution. So that's one team. Next, we have Miku Aono, Kouki Amarei, and Megaton. Now, to be honest with you, Miku Aono and Megaton, I do kind of understand. You know, they kind of have a bond, and, you know, I believe they're roommates as well. They've also been doing, like, comedy videos on YouTube on the side. So, Megaton and Miku Aono, I can understand. I would not have gone with Kouki Amarei for this particular team, and I'll explain why as I reveal some of the other teams. You'll see what I mean when I get to that point. Okay, next we got the trio of Mayu Iwatani, Victoria Yuzuki, and Komomo Minami. Honestly, that's a pretty easy pairing. They've been teamed up together, you know, tag team trios. That pairing makes sense. So, not surprised there. Next, we have the pairing of Utami Hayashishita, Chika Goto, and Chanyota. Now, me personally, I would have swapped out Chanyota for Kouki Amarei. I would have went with Kouki Amarei, Chika Goto, and Utami Hayashishita. I think, honestly, that's the better fitting trio instead of Chanyota. So, that's my only thing there. Okay, next, we have the trio of Mai Sakurai, Natsumi Showzuki, and Erina Yamanaka. Now, I'm cool with Mai Sakurai and Erina Yamanaka, but instead of Natsumi Showzuki, I would have swapped her out for Chanyota. I feel like Mai Sakurai and Chanyota have, you know, a little bit more chemistry. But it did seem like from the recent press conference, I mean, it looked like Mai Sakurai and Natsumi Showzuki kind of had a little thing going there. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that they have been building up. I haven't really noticed that. My whole thing is I honestly feel like Mai Sakurai, Chanyota, and Erina Yamanaka would have been a better trio. And then Utami, Gochika, and Kouki. That's who I would have went with. But let's keep going. We have the trio of Sari Yamaoka, Yuuka Yamazaki, and Shoko Koshino. Personally, I would have loved for it to have been Shino instead of Shoko Koshino, but I assume because Shino is still in school, schedule probably would have made it difficult for her to participate in this tournament. That's my best guess. But I think Sari Yamaoka, Yuka Yamazaki, and Shino would have been a better fitting trio for this tournament, but I can understand why Shino's not in it. So, okay. We have the trio of now Ishikawa, Hummingbird, and Nagisa Tachibana. Me personally, instead of Nagisa Tachibana, I would have went with, oh my goodness. Who was I thinking of? I was just thinking about her. Oh, Natsumi Showzuki. Natsumi Showzuki. I would have went with now Ishikawa, Hummingbird, and Natsumi Showzuki, personally. And then we have a foreign team. There will be a special foreign Gaijin team that will be participating in this trios tournament as well. It's unannounced who the three will be, but I'm sure it'll be very interesting. Okay, let me check in on the chat. Japanese Women Wrestling Movement, welcome to the stream. Hello, now that Marigold has trios titles, I think they really need to make more factions. It will help the division grow and create better storylines and rivalries. I do definitely believe that this will be the year we'll see at least maybe one, maybe two new factions. I think they're definitely going to get there. They're definitely going to get there. But yes, I do agree. It's going to happen. Enigma, welcome to the stream. I've heard enough. Give Chika the trios belts. Oh shoot! So he's already got his prediction for Chika winning this tournament. So Utami, Chika, and Chanyota. Okay. Ricardo, welcome to the stream. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well tonight. Happy New Year to you as well. I am doing good. I'm doing really good. So overall, I mean, these teams, I mean, they're kind of random, but like I said, I like Darkness Revolution. I like Mayu Iwatani, Victoria, Yuzuki, Komomo, Minami. I mean, that one makes sense. I mean, those are really the only two that really make the most sense. Like I said, Miku, Aono, Megaton, that's fine. But I would have swapped out Kouki, Amarei for somebody different. For Utami, Chika, Chanyota, I would have went with Kouki instead of Chanyota for that team. My Sakurai, Natsumi, Showzuki, Erina, Yamanaka, I would have went with Chanyota instead of Showzuki for that trio. SYOKO, Koshino, Yuuka, Yamazaki, Sarah, Yamaoka. Instead of SYOKO, I would have went with Shino, but I can understand, you know, potentially why Shino couldn't be in the tournament. Mike Ferris, thank you for the sub. Now Ishikawa, Hummingbird, Nagisa, Tachibana. Instead of Tachibana, I would have went with Natsumi, Showzuki personally, but I think you could kind of do some variety there. But yeah, those are your 8 teams. And I'm sure, you know, as time passes, we'll get an idea of who the foreign team will end up being. So, we'll see. Hey, Corey, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Enigma says, give me my Sakurai, Erina, Chanyota, and Now faction. Oh, add Now? Okay. Interesting. I do like that idea. I actually like that idea. My Sakurai, Erina, Yamanaka, Chanyota, Now Ishikawa. That could work. That actually could work. I like that. Doing well, my friend. That's good. That's good. But yeah, we'll be connecting soon. Of course, we got a stream to do tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. But yeah, I definitely like that trio. Or I like that faction. I'm sorry. I like that faction. I think that faction would work. But yeah, so Marigold got a set of trios championships. So let's run it down now. We got the Marigold World Championship. We got the Marigold United National Championship. We got the Marigold Superfly Championship. We got the Marigold Twin Star Championships. And now we're going to have the Marigold 3D Trios Championships. So 5 official Marigold Championships. Not bad. Not bad. So, I like it. I like it. I think it was only a matter of time. And also, let me put this back up. And this may be the official, not official design, but what do y'all think of the design? What do y'all think of the yellow with you know, gray, or that could be silver or whatnot? You know, some hint of blue and the diamonds. Dream, Diamond, Destiny. What do y'all think of the design of the Trios Championships? I mean, there's a little bit of variety across the board with the Marigold titles. I mean, you have a red belt, you have a white belt, you have the Twin Star titles are black and, you know, one's silver, one's gold plate. And I mean, you know, these are yellow. I mean, it's variety. It's variety. I don't mind a little bit of variety. But, I mean, I don't mind. And I do like the Superfly Championship. You know, that's black as well. So, I mean, honestly, I like the variety. I like the variety. So, I'm cool with it. I'm definitely cool with it. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about Mayu Iwatani's 15th anniversary show called Icon Forever. Wow. 15 years as a pro wrestler for Mayu Iwatani. Wow. She's come a long way. One of the best in the world. And this show at Korakuen Hall on January 24th will be dedicated to her. And the card, it's quite a decent card. Got a very interesting card. Japanese Women's Wrestling Movement says official 6th title Marigold is the GHC woman. That's not a Marigold title. That's a Noah title. That is not a Marigold title. You know that. Come on now. That is not a Marigold title, and you know that. That's a Noah title. So, officially 5. Okay. So, let's go ahead and let's get started on the preview. Let me get my graphics up. Alright, let's get started. First match. I'm actually looking really forward to this match. We got a tag team match. We got the team of SYOKO, Koshino, and Hummingbird. And they will be taking on the team of Nagisa, Tachibana, and the Mad Dog of Naniwa in Osaka, Yuuka Yamazaki. Enigma says, same way how IWGP is a New Japan belt. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. I gotta keep it real with y'all. So, okay. I've been really high on Yuuka Yamazaki lately. She has greatly been showcased well. And shout out to Hype Talk. Recently did an interview with her. I believe it's Alejandro, or is it Alessandro? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I keep forgetting his name. It's like Alejandro or Alessandro, something like that. Somebody correct me, please. But I've been very high on Yuuka Yamazaki. I really get the vibe that she's got that all-around sort of style. I think she can do some striking, some power moves, some high flying. I really sense a total package from Yuuka Yamazaki, and I think she is going to really do some great things as she continues her career. I love what I've been seeing out of Yuuka Yamazaki. But to be honest with you, the pairing of Hummingbird and SYOKO Koshino just seems a little too strong. You know, SYOKO Koshino has really been on a tear since debuting in Marigold. Of course, yes, we all know she's Flying Penguin without the mask. We know. But as SYOKO Koshino, she's had a pretty solid record in Marigold. Not to mention Hummingbird, Hummingbird is, won some, lost some. She's had a few title matches. And, Hummingbird, I know she dealt with, injury a while back, but since returning, she's looked better than ever. And she's definitely going to continue to be in the picture for the Superfly belt, which I do think she will eventually win. Whether it's off of Mayu or somebody else, I do think Hummingbird will eventually become Marigold Superfly champion. Okay, as far as this match, I think it'll be good. And I definitely want to see what more that Nagisa Tachibana will bring to the table, but I gotta go with Hummingbird and SYOKO Koshino to pick up the victory in this match. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be really good. So, great way to kick off the show. Okay, let me see. All right, let's go to our next match. Here we go. Continuing with more tag team action. All right, we have the team of Chika, Kochika, Gochika teaming up with now Ishikawa to take on Darkness Revolutions, Nagisa Nozaki, and the Black Diamond, Seto. To be honest, this could go either way. This could really go either way. I mean, Nagisa Nozaki is the resident veteran in this match. Seto has really been on the up and coming, especially since joining Marigold and then eventually joining Darkness Revolution. Of course, Gochika has really been bringing it. Like I said, she put up a great, really strong fight against Utami Hayashishita, but just came up a little short. But Gochika has been improving. She's a charisma magnet. And it's only a matter of time before she becomes a champion. And I think the crowd is going to go crazy when that time comes. Now Ishikawa definitely has been getting showcased a lot more lately. I don't know, y'all. This one could actually go either way. This could actually go either way. And to be honest, it could even be a draw. It could end up being a time limit draw. But I'm going to take a gamble and say Gochika, now Ishikawa, picks up the victory. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot and go with now and Gochika for the win. Japanese Women's Wrestling Movement says, I think we'll get a video message from Io Sky and Kairi Sane to Mayu Iwatani this Saturday for her 15 years. They spent so much of their careers together in Stardom. That would be cool. That would be cool. Shoot. She could either get a video message or some flowers, like either or both. But yeah, I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. I think that'd be awesome. Awesome indeed. Okay. Let's go to our next match. So we go from tag team action to singles action. Alrighty. We have the current Marigold United National Champion, Victoria Yuzuki, who will be in non-title action against Komomo Minami. Of course, this is going to be her 3D Trios Championship Tournament teammate. But they're going to go one-on-one first. This will definitely be a big test for Komomo Minami, going up against what many consider is the ace of Marigold in Victoria Yuzuki. Victoria Yuzuki's been on a roll, and she has definitely been making a strong name for herself in Marigold. She's already been Superfly champion, and now she's the current Marigold United National Champion. So she's really been doing some awesome work in Marigold. And you know, when you really think about it, she's even done a little something before Marigold and Stardom that showed a lot of promise. But to see where she's come to now really says something. And I think she's only going to continue to grow. But not only her, I think Komomo Minami is going to continue to grow because she has also improved. She's also improved, especially with her being under the tutelage of Mayu Iwatani has definitely helped out tremendously for her. This will be a good, solid match, and I really hope that Komomo really brings it in this match. Komomo Minami, I really hope she brings it. I think it'll be good, but I do believe Victoria Yuzuki will get the victory in this singles match. But it should be good. Should be a really good match. It'll be a great measuring stick for Komomo Minami. All right. Speaking of the 3D Trios Championship, our next match is actually a tournament match. Let's take a look. Okay. This is first round of the 3D Trios Championship Tournament. Team number 1. We got the Marigold World Champion herself, and Miku Aono, paired up with the Amethyst Butterfly Kouki Amarei and Megaton, and they will take on the trio of Mai Sakurai, Natsumi Showzuki, and Erina Yamanaka. Like I said before, personally, I wish instead of Showzuki it was Chanyoda paired with Erina and Mai, but it is what it is. Kouki, I wish this could have been somebody different paired with Miku Aono and Megaton, but it is what it is. Okay. In all honesty, I gotta go with Mai Sakurai and Natsumi Showzuki and Erina Yamanaka to advance. I mean, Megaton is really the weak link of the trio with Kouki Amarei and Miku Aono. Let's just keep it real. Megaton's the weak link. So, this is an easy pick for me. So, gotta go with Mai Sakurai, Natsumi Showzuki, Erina Yamanaka to pick up the victory and advance in the tournament. Should be good. But I think it's a little one-sided. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alrighty. We also got 2 championship matches for this card. And I think they're going to be very strong title matches. So, our first championship match. Oh, here we go. We have the Marigold Twin Star Championships on the line as the champions. Darkness Revolution's Psycho Speed, Misa Matsui, and the Dark Wolf CHIAKI will defend against the second Twin Star Cup winners in the form of Sarayama Oka and the daughter of Michiko Omakai, Shino. Together, apparently they are known as Spunky Monster. The name does not make any lick of sense to me whatsoever, but that's their tag name. Sarayama Oka and Shino, Spunky Monster. I'm under the impression that Sari is the monster and Shino's the spunky one, I guess. But the name doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, big opportunity for 17-year-old Shino. Her first title shot. Dang, that didn't take long. Now that I think about it, that did not take long for her to get her first championship match. Can you believe that? Man. So, I think this will be a good match. This could even go to a time limit draw. Not to mention, Spunky Monster has defeated this team before. So, they're coming into this with quite a chip on their shoulders. And maybe a little bit of momentum as well. But, don't think they're quite ready yet to put a title on Shino. And of course, for Sarah Yamaoka, this is her chance to become a 2-time Twin Star champion. Of course, you know, she was a tag champion with Nanae Takahashi. But I gotta go with Darkness Revolution to retain the Twin Star tag titles in this one. I think Misa, Matsui, and CHIAKI, I think they get their lick back. Not to mention, with Shino's schedule, her still being in school or whatnot, I'm not so sure they're willing to put a title on her just yet, with her not being full-time. That's my best guess. That's my best guess there. But should be a great match. Should be a great run back between these two teams. Looking forward to it. Should be awesome. Okay. And then the main event of Mayu Iwatani's 15th anniversary Icon Forever show comes down to this championship match right here. This is for the GHC Women's Championship, the green belt. As the champion, the icon, Mayu Iwatani will defend against the Red Queen herself, Utami Hayashishita. Woo-wee! This is going to be a hard-hitting back-and-forth match. Very much worthy of the main event, especially for this show. Ooh. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good. Now, of course, we know that Mayu Iwatani is also currently the Superfly champion as well. But yeah, this is a big deal. Wasn't that long ago that Mayu won the GHC Women's Championship off of Takumi Iroha. But the challenges are only going to get bigger and more difficult. Enter former Marigold World Champion, the second ever Marigold World Champion, in Utami Hayashishita. To be honest, I don't know if this has a time limit or how much time this match will have, but if there's a time limit, I could see this going to a time limit draw. If not that, I do see Mayu Iwatani winning. I do see Mayu winning. But of course it won't be easy. Won't be easy. But one thing's for sure, regardless of the outcome of this match, I'm very curious to see what direction they'll have Utami Hayashishita go on. Because we got to remember, she's been on the top of the mountain pretty early in Marigold. She's won the first ever Dream Star Grand Prix. She's the second ever Marigold World Champion. So, I mean, those are two big accomplishments in Marigold, which is still a young promotion. But still, you could say it's their two biggest accomplishments that Utami has already done. So, I'm really curious to see what direction they have her go. You know, especially if she ends up losing this match. Because, I mean, you look at Miku Ano. I mean, Miku Ano has already been, she was the first Marigold United National Champion. And she's the current Marigold World Champion. And she's won the Marigold Dreamstar Grand Prix. The second winner. So like I said, I'll be very curious to see what direction Utami goes. But this should be a solid show. This will be on Wrestle Universe, so solid show. And, you know, I'm sure they'll probably, like Japanese Women's Wrestling Movement mentioned, they'll probably do like maybe a special presentation for Mayu, maybe a video package, you know, something like that, you know? They'll probably do a little something like that. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. But there's another thing I wanted to mention. It was in some words that Mayu Iwatani said recently. And it was, her talking about, with the anniversary show and just some things that were on her mind and whatnot. And I wanted to read out what she said. And this is translated. Shout out to Mara Wrestling. But check this out. I wanted to read some of this. So, Mayu Iwatani says, and I quote, according to translation by Mira Wrestling, "I probably won't make it to the 20th anniversary of my debut, so this year I want to fight with everything I have and make it a year where I repay everyone who's been involved with Mayu Iwatani over these 15 years. To do that, I'll defend this belt and make the best start possible." Talking about the GHC Women's Championship. Okay, there's more in this next segment. She says, and I quote, "People around me probably thought I'd quit early, and I'd never thought I'd continue this long myself. But now, I think this job is my calling, and I've been able to pour myself into wrestling to the point where I feel the reason Mayu Iwatani was born was to do pro wrestling. I have not a single regret in my life. That I've made it this far is thanks to the fans and everyone who has been involved with me. I moved to Tokyo at 18, ignorant of the world, and would have just become a recluse by myself. Even when I almost became like that along the way, people like Rasi Ogawa-san, Io Sky, Nane Takahashi, Kyoko Kimura, Yoshiko, and Takumi Aroha rescued me. It's been a life blessed with people." End quotes. And I think if anything, it just goes to show just how much she values pro wrestling and what it's really done for her and the people involved along the way. And not only that, because let's keep it real, Mayu does want to eventually get married. According to a previous interview, she does want to eventually get married. And, maybe she wants to start a family. You know what I mean? The thing is, this February coming up, this February 19th, she turns 33. So, the only thing I can say is, if she's already saying that she most likely won't make it to 20 years, then it just goes to show that I think at some point, maybe sooner than we think, she may hang it up and focus on, starting a family. You know what I mean? I think that's really something that I could see happening. And, I think all of us as pro wrestling fans, especially those out there that are Joshi pro wrestling fans, we're going to have to prepare for that mentally. I mean, just to keep it real, we're going to have to prepare for that at some point. Just like we all had to prepare for when Mayu Iwatani left Stardom. It was coming. The writing was on the wall. It was coming. So we have to also get to a point where we start preparing for the potential retirement of Mayu Iwatani. I know that's going to be an insanely sad day, and I could see her retirement ceremony lasting like 5, 6, 7+ hours. But we got to prepare for that at some point, especially with these quotes coming out. Because like she said in the past, she wants to eventually get married, and she probably wants to start a family. And, you know, she's not going to want to wait too late, you know what I mean? I mean, especially if she's getting ready to turn 33, she doesn't want to wait too late, I would imagine. So, just the thought. Japanese Women's Wrestling Movement says, I don't see CHIAKI ever winning the Marigold World title now or in the future, but I really believe Misa Matsui is the future Marigold World Champion. I think she'll win the Superfly belt first. I don't see her getting fast-tracked to Marigold World Championship just yet. But I definitely think she'll win that Superfly title at some point. I think she definitely will get that. But, you know, we shall see. We shall see. Should be interesting. But at the end of the day, you know, whenever Mayu decides to call it quits, you know, she'll do it when she's ready, and I will respect her decision. You know, I'm thankful that I did get a chance to meet Mayu Iwatani back in Philly. Well, I guess technically New Jersey. So at least there's that. But, you know, I hope this year will be a great year for Mayu. And, you know, it's a time to celebrate. You know, 15 years in the business. And then not too long after that, it's going to celebrate her birthday. So, you know what? It's a lot to get hyped and excited and to celebrate for. So let's do it. But anyway, that's all I have for this live stream. I'm going to chill out for the rest of the evening. But I want to thank the folks that chimed in, that stopped by tonight. And like I said, let me know y'all's thoughts. How do y'all feel about Marigold creating some trios championships? How do you feel about the 8 teams for the tournament to crown the inaugural champs? And let me know your predictions for Mayu Iwatani's 15th anniversary show, Icon Forever. I want to hear from you. Let's get a discussion going. And don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, all of the above. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's live stream. For another live pro wrestling talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening. Rest well, and I will see y'all in the next video and our live.